Simple method to stop your dog from begging for food. If you really want to stop your dog from begging for food, you're going to need to learn to refrain from giving in to his begging every time there is food around. It is not a secret as to the reason why a dog begs. Well, it is because they would like food. As soon as you have food anywhere near you, or as soon as you go in the kitchen. Begging isn't disrespectful or weird to your puppy. It's instinctive, so it takes a great deal of consistency to reverse that behavior, if we've been reinforcing it. This begging attitude began a long time ago with the dog's descendants. With time, this became instinctive to wolves, which carried over to dogs through their DNA. Our dogs are hardwired to seek opportunities to get food from us, and given that they're observant, they quickly grasp that begging brings about payoffs when we respond to all these signals that they have gained mastery so well over time. It is one of the most common complaints of pet owners. However, there is hope. You can keep your pet dog from your food while you're dining. You just have to be persistent. How can I stop my dog from begging? The initial step when teaching your dog not to beg is to make a pledge to yourself, which is to stop submitting. Every time you offer your puppy a treat from the table, it's teaching them that begging is a winning action. It may perhaps not work all the time, but our dogs have excellent memories. They'll maintain trying if they figured out it did the job anytime. Before dogs beg more, when we're looking at them, they know it works. Those big puppy dog eyes and all that whining, it works really well on all of us. If you want your dog to stop begging, you have to ensure that you're not giving him mixed signals. It is not reasonable to expect good behavior from our puppies if we ourselves don't remain consistent. Training ourselves as being constant is usually the most challenging part. The rest is relatively simple. Here are 3 methods that will definitely help you stop your dog from begging. Pay no attention to your dog's begging. Don't look at your puppy while he begs. Just ignore him. Whenever your dog starts his routine of begging for food, you have to totally pay no attention to the disruptive behavior. Should he get a scrap from you one single time, he realizes that his time and efforts might just pay off next time. If you look into those big eyes when he's begging, you can feel bad for him and offer him a morsel. Almost any attention you give him when he's begging might make him believe you're close to giving him some food, given that it's done the job so well previously. He will most likely fuss and resist if he's a prolific beggar. Nevertheless, you are going to have to learn to pay no attention to it. Your pet dog should eventually figure out that, hey, I think that's not going to do the job anymore. Don't associate food together with love. Your puppy is certainly not starving. You nourish him very well every morning and evening. Over 50% of American dogs are generally too heavy. Your puppy doesn't need to have any extras. If you still feel bad, just keep in mind, he's manipulating you. Pet dogs have developed to getting those big sad eyes. To limit your dog from the dinner table, among the easiest solutions to stop you from begging is by preventing the behavior early on. You may do this by separating your pet dog from the dinner table. While you can educate your dog to lay down away from where you are eating, or you can make use of a baby gate to retain them in a different area. If your dog is already a beggar, keep in mind that his behavior is most likely going to be fairly resistant for a little bit before it improves, but the consistency will ultimately pay off. Have your dog lay down in his bed or specific space you've picked for him, compliment him as soon as he lays down, and give him some treats within this spot. Depending on his stay command, you might need to work at this for some time before he's continually remaining in his new spot. After you've eaten, visit him and give him lots of praise, give him treats. Let him know the behavior of sitting steadily while the family members eat is just what's going to generate the most desired compensation. If you don't believe your puppy is going to be able to stay for any period of time, or you don't have a decent stay command mastered, you can prefer to separate him with a barricade such as a baby gate, a very common selection. Point 3. Redirect his focus. While you eat, give your pet dog something else to concentrate on while you eat. If you don't wish your dog to stay completely separated from you while you eat, you may redirect his focus to some snacks, toys, or treats of his own. Offer him one of his popular bully sticks, or jam some peanut butter inside of a Kong. Ignore him if he gets up from his treat to beg. He is going to most likely do this for a while if he's used to begging. Just as long as you don't give in and nourish him from the table of all, he will eventually understand that his begging abilities aren't going to pay off anymore. If you're consistent and decide to persevere, begging could be considerably quick and easy to deal with. It merely takes determination and consistency. You need all of the household engaged. If any member is not going to play along and gives up, you are definitely not going to be successful. While you simply cannot surrender, regardless of how adorable he is actually, or what sounds your puppy is producing, it will set you back to square one. If you like the video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to not receive everything that is new, and do not forget to like the video and share with your friends, to comment on the topic.